familiar sa creatinine? Sino sa inyo ang familiar sa topic natin tonight? Actually po, marami pong natatakot dito sa topic natin. Pag sinabing creatinine, napakadelikado, tama? Hindi ko makita yung slide ko, wait lang. Nakita niyo na ba yung slide?
Yes po.
Okay
Okay.
naman.
Sino po ang familiar sa ating topic tonight? Lahat po ba ay familiar sa topic natin? Or napaka-popular ng topic natin ngayong gabi? Tingnan mo, hindi ko na tuloy makita kung ano yung... Okay. So, pag sinabing creatinine, ito po ay napaka-familiar, no? Kaya pinili ko siya tonight dahil gaya ng sinasabi ko, kapag alam natin yung sakit, kapag alam natin yung isang bagay, what's behind, no? Hindi, may iwasan natin yung worry, may iwasan natin yung fear, may iwasan natin yung number one talaga fear. Why? Alam natin kung anong gagawin natin. Ito yung ginagawa natin during health talk, no? Alamin natin yung sakit, ano ang pinagmumulan ng sakit, ano ang mga symptoms, papaano siya ma-aggravate, ano ang management and interventions. So, dapat ganun tayo lagi. Alamin natin para hindi tayo palaging takot. Hindi tayo basta-bastang matatakot, hindi tayo basta-bastang takutin, no, ng sino man. Kapag alam natin yung sakit natin, kahit ikut-ikutin pa tayo ng sino man na gustong manakot sa atin about sa sakit, malilesen yung fear at yung worry. Okay, lagi kong sinasabi, kung alam nyo ang sakit ng isang tao, alam nyo anong pinagmulan, papaano yung interventions, kaya natin tinuloy-tuloy yung health talk para matutunan natin. So, like yung creatinine na topic natin, ang dami pong, marami pong nakakaano. Sasalita. Okay? Marami pong nakakarinig nito, very popular, pero ang sa totoo lang, hindi nila alam kung ano talaga ito. Basta creatinine. Ay, ang taas ng creatinine. Ang taas ng creatinine dun sa laboratory result. So, kinatatakutan to pag tumaas ang creatinine, especially now, tumaas lang ang creatinine, you are already subject to dialysis. Tama? Pag sinabing dialysis, ibig sabihin, yung pasyente, they are already considered as half dead. Again, pag dinialysis na yung isang tao, they are considered as half dead. So kapag ang isang tao ay nag-undergo na ng dialysis, please do not promise 100%. Why? Both kidneys are not working already. No? Marami tayong magagawa sa kanila. Okay, with regards to dialysis patient. Now, before pa man ang dialysis patient, aralin natin ang creatinine. Dahil ito po yung number one na tinitingnan sa laboratory ng mga doctors kung bakit ang patient ay subject to dialysis. So, ngayong gabi, seryosohin nyo to para at least kahit papaano, alam natin ano ba yung creatinine. Sa pag sinabing creatinine, teka lang ha. Kasi parang nagbo-blurred yung aking, teka lang, ayusin ko lang saglit. Sorry,
Yun yung sagot natin eh. Parang kaya, pero hindi ganito exactly. Mark.
Okay. Pag sinabing creatinine, it is a nitrogenous waste product formed from the metabolism of creatine in skeletal muscle. Okay, pag sinabing creatinine, this is a byproduct of too much creatine. Okay? Pag sinabing creatine, this is a protein, no, form in the skeletal muscles of a person. Ang creatinine, this is a waste product sa too much creatine in the skeletal muscles. Nasaan daw siya? Skeletal muscles. Okay. It has no useful function, so excreted in the urine after it has been filtered by glomerulus from the blood. Okay. So, kapag ang creatine ay no functions, ang creatinine has no functions, no useful functions because it is a waste product of too much creatine. Ang pinaka may useful function is the creatine. Okay. Creatine is used as source of energy in the muscle and the skeletal system of a person. So yun ang kailangan. Ang creatine, ulitin ko, this is a very useful para doon sa skeletal muscles. Okay. But ang creatinine, it has no useful functions because this is a waste product from the skeletal muscles. Okay. Meron palang ganun, no? So what is creatine and what is creatinine? Ulitin ko, ang creatinine from the creatine. Ano bang creatine? They are not the same. Okay, creatine and creatinine is not the same. Creatine is found in muscle. Okay, nasa muscle siya. Creatinine is breakdown product or a waste product of creatine phosphate and creatine in muscles. Amount of creatinine produced each day is fairly constant and related to muscle mass. Okay, kung gaano kalaki yung muscle mass ng isang tao, ganun din ang amount na pinoproduce na creatine, no, nung ating muscle mass. Okay, kung ano yung amount ng muscle mass, yun din ang ipoproduce na creatine. Okay. So kailangan ba natin ng creatine sa ating muscles? Yes, para yan ay magkakaroon ng lakas, para siya ay tumigas. Okay. Kasi kapag wala tayong muscles, hindi tayo makakabuhat. Ultimo sarili natin, di tayo makapaglakad kasi wala tayong mga strength, wala tayong energy sa muscles natin. And the source of energy in the muscles is what we call the creatine. So pag sinabing creatine, is synthesized in the liver, pancreas, and kidneys from the amino acids arginine, glycine, and methionine. Alright. Si creatine, this is a protein, okay, that is synthesized by the liver, pancreas, and kidney. Okay? From what? From the amino acids. Itong tatlong ito, arginine, glycine, and methionine, this is enough amino acids para mag-produce ang liver, ang pancreas, ang kidney ng creatine. Kung tutuusin, hindi natin kailangang kumain ng mga sobrang daming karne just to produce creatine. Because the amino acids alone, the 3 amino acids is the key. Sila yung susi para ang liver, ang pancreas, ang kidney mag-produce ng creatine. Enough creatine para magamit sa mga muscles natin. And the skeletal. Okay. Creatine is transported through the circulatory system. Pag sinabing circulatory system, blood, heart, and the nerves. Muscle, brain, and other organs, where it is converted to phosphocreatine and acts as an energy reservoir, much like ATP, adenotriphosphate. This creatine is an energy reservoir. It is a reserve energy, no? Especially doon sa mga mahilig mahilig mag-exercise, mahilig magbabike, creatine is very important para tayo ay masustain natin yung activities natin. Kapag walang creatine, baka hindi tayo kayang tumayo. Okay, hindi natin kayang tumayo. Now, creatinine is produced as a waste product. Ulitin ko, creatinine is a waste product. Phosphocreatine. Ang tawag niyan phosphocreatine because much of the creatinine is produced in muscles. The amount of creatinine that is measured in the blood is proportional to the patient's lean muscle mass. The waste product, creatine, enters the blood supply where it is removed through the kidneys. Now, kapag ang isang tao masyadong nagpapalaki ng mga muscles, no? Pag sobrang laki ng mga muscles nila, it means too much creatine, creatine substance in the muscles. 'Di ba maraming tao na gusto lagi nagpapalaki ng mga muscles, yung muscle mass. Okay. Now, kapag marami yung muscles ng isang tao, the amount of creatinine that is measured in the blood is proportional. Kung gaano kalaki yung mga muscles ng isang person, ganun din ang creatinine measured proportion doon sa laki ng muscles na meron sila sa katawan nila. Okay? And that creatinine, it enters in the blood. Okay? Yung pag sobrang-sobra na yung creatine na proteins na creatine sa muscle ng isang tao, lahat ng sobra ang tawag doon ay creatinine. And then, pupunta yon, it enters in the bloodstream, and then pupunta siya sa kidney para i-excrete, i-remove. Kaya lang, bakit darating ang time na pag nagkuha ng blood, ang taas ng creatinine? Because may problema na po ang kidney. Hindi na niya ma-excrete, hindi na niya ma-remove yung too much creatinine na nasa blood umikot. Now, creatinine is important because it is a key indicator of kidney functions and is used in many types of kidney health. Now, bakit kailangan nating malaman ang creatinine? Ang creatinine, kailangan it is a key indicator ng ating kidney condition. Bakit? Pag nakita natin ang result ng ating creatinine, it means pinapahalaga natin yung ating kidney health. Kasi too much creatinine, bibigay po ang kidney. Okay? Kidney disease risk, kailangan nating alamin ito dahil kapag hindi, sobra-sobra na siya na nasa bloodstream natin, pagdating ng time, nagkakaroon na ng kidney disease. Okay? Especially, a creatinine test can screen for kidney disease in people with high blood pressure, diabetes, and other conditions that increase the risk. Okay? Medication side effects. Alamin natin ang creatinine. Ang creatinine ay hindi lang din sa pagkain ng matataas sa protein, but also it is, makikita doon ang medication side effects. Too much medications, no? A creatinine test can monitor for side effects of drugs that may affect the kidney. So yun yung sinasabi natin na, ay, proud na proud tayo na ang dami nating mga gamot, no? Marami tayong mga synthetic drugs na halos nilalaso na natin yung buong katawan natin synthetic drugs. Dito, si creatinine ay may malaking factor at may malaking factor kung bakit nasisira yung ating kidney conditions, especially kapag ang bloodstream natin, no? Sobrang daming medications, lahat ng chemicals, lahat ng mga pinapasok natin, medication side effects, tumataas ang creatinine. Okay? Ano pa? Ang creatinine, it is a key indicator sa mga transplanted kidney. A creatinine test can monitor the function of a transplanted kidney. Kapag may mga taong na-transplant na, okay, na kidney transplant, ang creatinine, it is an indicator kung ang kidney ay functional or hindi. Okay, na-transplant na siya, and then kinuhanan siya after 3 months, no? Tinest yung creatinine. Kapag ang creatinine within normal, it means the kidney is functional. Pag hindi po nag-normal, nasa normal level, it means yung tin-transplant na kidney is not functional. Okay, kidney function over time. Ang creatinine, it is a key indicator na nagpa-functions pa yung kidney natin, no? Monitor changes in kidney functions over time in people with chronic kidney disease. Okay. Medication adjustment. Test can help determine if a medication needs to be stopped or changed. Kaya meron pong nagtatanong sa akin lagi, pwede na po bang itigil yung medications ko? Actually, you need to test first your creatinine levels because creatinine is an indicator kung ang kidney mo ay na-damage na due to too much medications, okay? So, sa creatinine, doon natin malalaman if the medication needs to stop or needs to be changed. Okay? So, yun yung importance ng ating creatinine. So, kung tutusin, hindi siya nakakatakot. Hindi siya nakakatakot. Kahit na sabihin natin na waste product siya, but it is a key indicator ng kidney health natin. No? Kapag wala siya sa bloodstream, nasa normal level, it means the kidney is functional. Pero kapag mataas ang kanyang level, it means your kidney is not functional. Okay? So, what does it mean if your creatinine is high? O yan. Di ba? Sabi, ay, tumaas yung kriya ko. So, ito yung dahilan. Bakit kaya? Kidney disease or injury. Okay. Kadalasan sa mga tumataas ang creatinine, may kidney disease or yung mga may CKD or na injury, including infection. Okay, infection also, no? Kidney infection. Poor blood flow. Okay, kapag malapot ang dugo, napaka-poor blood flow, malapot ang dugo, madumi ang dugo, it is also an indicator para ang creatinine ay tumaas. Okay? So, poor blood flow to the kidneys. It is also an indicator na may possibility na tataas ang creatinine. That's why we need to rescue the blood. Okay. A blockage in the urinary system. Okay. Paano nagkaroon ng blockage in the urinary system? Yung ating ureter, nagkakaroon yan ng urolithiasis. Ang akala natin ang stone ay nasa kidney lang, but of course, doon din sa ating ureter. Why? Doon, yun ang daanan ng ihi from the bladder. So kung yung ihi mo ay talaga namang punong-puno ng mga acidity, punong-puno ng mga waste products, of course, the urinary system, kaya sinabing may UTI, it's not as simple as UTI. Okay? There is a blockage in the urinary system. Kaya pag narinig ko iba, ay UTI lang to. No. Hindi ho yan normal na UTI lang. Ano po ba ang dahilan kung bakit tumataas? Kidney failure. Okay. A condition that affects your kidney such as heart failure or diabetes. Kapag may heart problem, kapag may diabetes, may posibilidad na tataas ang creatinine. Why? Because your heart cannot pump normally. At yung blood pa is sobrang daming mga waste products. Poor blood flow. Napakalapot ng dugo, napakarumi ng dugo, at yung heart may problema. That's the indication, one of the indications na tumataas po ang creatinine ng isang tao. Or, of course, diabetes. Why? Ang taong may diabetes ay medyo malapot po talaga ang dugo because of glucose. Okay? So, high blood creatinine levels don't always mean you have a kidney problem. Ito yun. Yung sabi ba, ay mataas ang kriya ko. Hindi ibig sabihin na na-feel na ang kidney mo. Ngayon, ang ginagawa, because of the lack of knowledge, no? Due to the lack of knowledge, tumaas lang yung kriya ng kunti. Sasabihin na kagad i-dialysis na. Again, not all high blood creatinine, yung mataas ang creatinine sa blood, no? Don't always mean you have a kidney problem. Tandaan nyo yan. You should know bakit tumaas. May mga rason. Hindi agad na, uy, kailangan mo nang i-dialysis na kasi mataas ang creatinine. Seryosohin ito. Not all high blood creatinine levels don't always mean you have a kidney problem. Kaya i-dialysis yung isang tao because nag-fail ang both kidneys. Hindi na talaga nag-work yung both kidneys. So there are some patients na working pa ang kidney, nakakaawa, no? Dinadialysis na kaagad. Working pa both kidneys. How? Malalaman. Paano malaman na working pa? Later on, malalaman nyo. So, hindi ibig sabihin na tumaas ang kriya mo, i-dialysis ka na kaagad. Okay? They may be caused by dehydration. Of course, yung mga taong tamad uminom ng tubig. Okay? Very important ang water. Why? Dehydration is one of the cause para tumaas ang creatinine. Kaya nga meron tayong tamang formula. ilan ang water na inumin natin because everyone has different BMI. Hindi po 8 to 10 glasses. It depends on our BMI, the body mass index. Okay? Paano pagkuha ng tamang tubig na inumin within 24 hours? May formula yan. Okay. So, Kuya Igay, you can participate. How to get the formula? Paano makuha yung tamang water intake every day? So, give the formula, Kuya Igay. Para paano hindi po 8 to 10 glasses lang.
Your weight in kilo times 2.5, 2.2 rather,
So,
para maging pounds, times 0.5, then divided by 24. Kung ano po yung lumabas na answer, yun po yung kailangan yung tubig. Your weight in kilo times 2.2 times 0.5
divide 24 hours.
by 24. Kung ano po yung answer, yun po yung tubig na kailangan nyo inumin within a day.
Okay? So, thank you, Kuya Igay. So, yun yung tamang formula to get the right amount of water. Kaya nga, divide 24. Weight, mag-kilo kayo, ilang kilo kayo. Let's say, for example, 50 kilos kayo, times 2.2, times 0.5, and then divide 24 hours. That's the amount of water needed sa body mo. Okay? Why? To prevent dehydration. Not enough right water intake can lead to dehydration. Okay? Kapag dehydrated yung isang tao, may posibilidad na tataas ang creatinine. Okay? Muscle disorders or injuries. Yung may mga muscle disorders, stiff muscles, nagkakaroon ng mga disorders, yung magkaroon ng muscle atrophy, okay, or muscle injuries. Yan din po ay isang indicator kung bakit na tumataas yung creatinine ng isang tao. Okay? Muscular dystrophy, ayan, yun yung sinasabi ko. Nawala ng lakas ng iyong muscles. Intense exercise. Okay, paalala. Yung mga nagsusobrang pag-i-exercise, nagpapalaki ng muscles, they are prone to high creatinine. Intense exercise can lead to high creatinine or diet high in meat. So these are the factors, no, na pwedeng tumaas ang creatinine. Kaya hindi lahat ng tumaas ang creatinine ay kailangan ng i-dialysis kaagad. Ulitin ko, nakakaawa sa panahon ngayon. Sikat na sikat ang dialysis center kahit sa mall. Ang dami-daming dialysis center, no? Ito yung mga indicators kung bakit tumaas ang creatinine. Okay, bago kayo mag-subject to dialysis, later you will know bakit kailangan ko nang magpa-dialysis. Meron pong pinaka-best indicator, hindi yung tumaas lang ang creatinine mo or the BUN mo, iba, mag-dialysis ka na. So, these are the factors, no, na this is the indicator kung bakit tumaas ang creatinine. Okay? So, tandaan nyo to. Certain health problems in pregnancy can also cause increase in creatinine. Also, mga pregnant women, pag meron silang mga health problems during pregnancy, posible din na tumaas ang kanilang creatinine. Okay? So, careful. How does the body get creatine? Ito yung creatine, no? Importante to because this is an energy reservoir. Creatine is an energy reservoir to the muscle, skeletal muscle. So the body makes it. Di ba sinabi ko nga kanina, yung ating liver, yung ating kidney, yung ating pancreas, make 1 to 2 grams of creatine per day. Saan? Ano ang source para gumawa sila? Through the amino acids. Yung kanina. Kaya pasalamat tayo sa red pine, merong arginine, may glycine, may methionine. So that is enough para makagawa ng 2 grams, no? 2 grams, 1 to 2 grams of creatine per day. That's enough para yung liver natin, yung pancreas, yung kidney, makapag-produce siya ng creatine. Because again, creatine is an energy reservoir. Okay, saan pa natin makukuha? From whole foods. 1 pound of beef will give you 1 gram of creatine. Ulitin ko, only 1 pound of beef will give you 1 gram of creatine. And kinain mo isang bowl. So what will happen? Supplements, creatine monohydrate provides 3 to 5 grams of creatine per scoop. So, wag na to kasi sometimes yung supplements na to, pag hindi natin alam yung levels ng creatine natin, it might raise the high creatinine. Okay? So, ito yung mga magandang indicators. Si red pine ay meron po siyang kakayanan para yung ating i-support niya yung ating liver at yung kidney at the pancreas para mag-produce siya ng creatine. Ulitin ko, yung amino acids na yun ay napaka-importante. Okay, pag wala yun, hindi makakagawa itong mga ito. Alright. 8 foods high in creatine. Ito yung mga high in creatine foods. Okay. Steak, so 4.5 or 1 kilogram. Okay. Salmon, ito yun. Ito yung foods high in creatine. Pwede natin kainin to. Okay? Pero sa tama lang pong amount, no? Hindi sobra-sobra. Why? Magkakaroon siya ng waste product na creatine. Too much creatine can lead to creatinine waste product. Okay? So, ito yung mga good source of creatine. Okay. Aside from amino acids, so we have these foods high in creatine. So, ano lang ba ang doses? 20 grams divided into 4 daily intakes o 5 grams in combination with carbohydrates and protein. So, ito lang po ang needed. 20 grams divided into 4 intakes. Pero yung ginagawa natin, sobra-sobra. Kaya pag yung mga tao gustong-gusto nila ng mga too much na ganito, especially yung karne, so congratulations, later on, sobrang taas ng creatinine mo. Okay? Side effects might include dehydration, upset stomach, and muscle cramps. Again, tanda natin si creatine, this is a source of energy in the skeletal muscle. So too much of creatine can lead to waste product creatinine. Okay? So ano pa? Etong mga nagtitake ng whey protein. Okay, whey protein. Na ano niyo po ba ito? Marami po ako na-encounter na ganito. No? Actually, 2020, during pandemic, may na-meet po ako dito. Parang pastor ba yun? Hindi ko maalala kung pastor siya or kaibigan siya ng pastor. Ang ginagawa niya, palagi siyang nag-weightlifting. Yung nag-gym. Yung mga nag-gym nagpapalaki ng muscle. Madalas nila itong tinitake kasi tumutulong to magpalaki ng muscles. But hindi nila alam na ito ay pinaka number 1 cause kung bakit tumaas ang creatinine. No? So, kapag may mga kaibigan kayo, too much intense exercise, too much weightlifting, papalaki ng muscles, remember, creatine is proportional to the muscle mass of a person. Kung gaano kalaki yung mga muscles mo, ganun din ang creatine, proportional siya. But, iinom ka pa ng ganito, okay? Kakain ka pa ng mga meat na mataas ang creatine. That's why, congratulations, later on, you have high creatinine. So, pag may kakilala kayong ganito, mga kaibigan na umiinom ng mga ganito, dapat alam nila. Kailangan meron po talagang management sa mga medical or sa mga sports na alam nila kung ilan lang ang amount na intake. Hindi yung intake ka ng intake ng ganyan. Akala mo safe yan. No. Okay? So, this is the normal creatinine clearance by age. Okay, 18 to 29. Ito yun. 78 to 161 ml. Okay. 30 to 39, ito yung normal. So, by age, okay, clearance by age, ito yung normal creatinine level ng isang tao. Alright. The most common causes of long-standing chronic kidney disease in adults are high blood pressure and diabetes. Sinabi ko to kanina na bakit nagkakaroon ng chronic kidney disease yung adults because of this high blood pressure and diabetes. Other causes of elevated blood creatinine, okay, levels are certain drugs. Okay, tandaan niyo ha, ang pagtaas ng creatinine, lalo na sa mga mataas ang blood pressure, uncontrolled, no? Kasi nga, poor blood flow and dehydrated pa, kulang pa sa water. Diabetic, sobrang lapot ng dugo. Again, kanina, isa siya sa nagpapataas ng creatinine, poor blood circulations. Certain drugs, for example, cimetidine, yung Tagamet, trimethoprim, sulfamethoxazole, Bactrim. Ayan, pag itong mga gamot na to, and other drugs, prolonged use, prolonged intake of synthetic drugs can lead to elevated creatinine levels. Can sometimes cause abnormally elevated creatinine levels. Nagkakaroon ng abnormality ang creatinine levels. Serum creatinine can also transiently increase after ingestion of a large amount of dietary meats. Mahilig sa karne. Di ba ilan lang ang kailangan? 20 grams, divide by 4 pa. Pero anong ginawa nating kain? Lamon. Kasi gustong-gusto ng meat. Okay. Okay lang, mag-meat ka. Okay. Ilan lang ang kailangan na intake natin ng meat? 20 grams. Divide 4 pa. So, nutrition can sometimes play a role in creatinine measurement. Okay? So, sana magiging seryoso po tayo dito, lalo na sa mga mahilig sa meat, no? Kasi siya po, isa po siya sa cause kung bakit tumaas ang creatinine level natin. Alam nyo, during this health talk, minsan yung iba hindi nila sineseryoso. Okay lang yun, health talk lang yun. And then pagdating ng time, saka mo lang maalala. Tama pala. Sana, di ba lagi ko sinasabi, prevention is better than cure. Kailangan magiging maingat po tayo kasi useless yung ating ginagawa nating health talk dito kung hindi natin babaguhin. No? Meron pa ako isang gustong pasalamatan na nakikinig dito. Si Sir Alexandre Papa. Grabe yan. Kung ano yung health talk ko, kung ano yung matinuturo ko, sinusunod niya, no? Sinusunod niya. That's why kung makita niyo po si Sir Alexandre Papa, matindi po ang kanyang health issues before. Siya po ay isang swimming, nandyan siya, nakikinig instructor, okay? Oh, kaya sir, mention muna kita because na-appreciate kita. Every time na naririnig ka, alam mo, Dok, sinunod ko yung mga tinuro mo. Sabi kong ganun. Dapat ganun tayo. Hindi yung hanggang pakinig lang tayo. We go back to the Bible. Anong sabi ni Lord? Be not a hearers of my word only, but be a doer. Why? Useless to. This is all about, yung inaral natin dito, this is the true wealth. Ito yung totoong kayamanan natin. Dapat aralin natin para hindi tayo mapahamak pagdating ng time. Hindi yung narinig mo lang, pero wala kang ginawa. Kaya sa totoo lang, mula nung nag-health talk ako, kung ano yung hindi tama, kinukorek ko talaga. Kaya lagi ko sinasabi sa kanila, useless yung pagtuturo natin. Useless yung pag-impart natin kung tayo mismo hindi natin ginagawa. Okay? So, be careful sa meat. Ang kailangan lang is 20 grams, i-divide mo pa into 4. So, malaki po ang contribution ng dietary meat talaga pagdating sa creatinine. Okay? So, causes of increased creatinine level. Okay, blocked urinary tract. Sometimes, hindi lang sometimes, marami pong nagko-complain may UTI. That is number 1, blocked urinary tract. It means, yung kidney mo ay hindi na maayos ang functions. yung glomerulus sa loob ng ating mga kidney. That's why nagkakaroon ka ng mga urolithiasis. Urolithiasis. It means the ureter nagkaroon na ng crystals. And that is an indications to increase the creatinine level. So kidney problems such as kidney damage or failure, yung mga CKD, and then infections or reduced blood flow. See, reduced blood flow because of poor blood circulations, because of the toxicity of the blood. Kaya nagkakaroon ng reduced ng blood flow. Loss of body fluid, dehydration, muscle problems such as breakdown of muscle fibers, rhabdomyolysis, okay? Yung na-damage yung muscles that can also lead to increased creatinine. Problems during pregnancy such as seizures caused by eclampsia or high blood pressure caused by preeclampsia. Nephrotic syndrome. Yung nephrons, nagkakaroon na ng inflammations. Diabetic nephropathy. Be careful, diabetic. Kadalasan po na nadadialysis are those diabetic and high blood pressure na uncontrolled, hindi nila inaayos. And then renal failure. Okay? So these are the causes kung bakit tumaas ang creatinine level. Causes of high creatinine levels, too much high intake of meat. Ayan. Ulitin ko, ilan lang kailangan natin? 20 grams. I-divide pa into 4. Yun lang ang need. Hindi lamon. Ano pa ang cause? Nilagay ko na lang sa picture para madali intindihin. Yung excessive exercise. Too much exercise, papalaki ng muscles, can lead to creatinine level increase. Disease conditions like nephrotic syndrome, okay? Large muscle mass. Ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo. Yung mahilig mag-gym, magpalaki ng mga muscles, okay? Tataas po ang creatinine level. And of course, taking certain medications, antibiotics, and NSAIDs. Yung non-steroidal inflammatory disease, okay? Ito yung pag too much intake of medications, antibiotics, and NSAIDs can also lead to high creatinine level. Okay? So, the signs of high creatinine. Ano ba yung mga signs? Pag mataas ang creatinine, palagi kang pagod. Palagi kang nahihilo. Parang nanlalambot, nanlalata ka. Pain in the abdomen. Palagi masakit abdomen. Cramps in the muscles. Palaging may cramping. Swelling on feet. So these are the signs of high creatinine. So, alam natin yan. Kapag may swelling na, may edema na sa feet, wala kayong ibang isipin yan. Kung hindi, number one is the kidney functions. And the other one is may heart problem. Heart, kidney. Okay? Yan ang indications kapag may nakita ka ng swelling ng legs. Okay. Pinaka number one talaga pag may edema na ang lower legs, kidney, and then heart problems. So, be careful ha. Hindi yung laging sinasabi, ay kasi masyadong, yes, there are times na pag too much yung walang movement, especially kapag nasa travel ka, long period of time, nasa travel ka na laging nakalaylay yung paa mo, that one can also cause swelling. Pero pag swelling na moving ka naman, that is not normal. It means your kidney or your heart and also the liver has problem na. Okay? So cramping in the muscles is one of the signs ng high creatinine. Okay. So, kidney disease prevention. Paano ba natin ma-prevent yung kidney disease? Kasi nga, sobrang taas po ng cases ngayon. Parang ang ganda-ganda ng ginawang negosyo yung dialysis, no? Sobrang dami po. Kaya kawawa yung mga tao eh. Hindi naman talaga nag-fail yung both kidneys. Dialysis na dahil due to the lack of knowledge. Diretso na. Again, ulitin ko. Kapag ang isang pasyente ay dialysis, it means they are already considered as half dead. Okay? They rely in the dialysis, yung dialyzer. Because both kidneys ay hindi na po. Once na kahit normal pa sana yung both functions, okay? pero nagpa-dialysis ka, it means na bypass na yung functions ng original kidney mo at nandun na yung paglinis ng dugo mo ay nasa dialyzer na. Kapag tinanggal kayo sa dialyzer, ang isang pasyente ay malalason. Pwede na siyang mamatay. Okay? So, chronic kidney disease. Bakit natin ito babanggitin? Because if hindi ma-prevent yung pag-increase ng creatinine levels can lead to kidney disease. Okay? Chronic kidney disease. Can't always be prevented. Di natin to, but we can take steps to reduce the chances of getting the conditions. No? Stop smoking, healthy diet like low salt, low fat, especially hypertensive patients, diabetic patients, low fat, low salt. Okay? LSLF, low salt, low fat. Cut down on alcohol. Okay? Exercise regularly, at least for 30 minutes. Okay? Be careful with painkillers. Okay? Kasi yung painkillers po, ay isa po siya sa nakakapag-aggravate ng CKD. Okay? So, what are the diets for kidney? So, sa mga may kidney failures. So, more water. Okay. Actually, sa mga dialysis, napakakunti lang yung water na allowed nilang inumin. So, hindi po pwedeng painumin yung marami, yung may mga dialysis patient. Pero, paano ba natin maiwasan ang pagkakaroon ng CKD? So, we need to follow the diet because hindi po ito biro yung kidney disease. Number 1, kailangan hydrated tayo. Yung tamang tubig, kailangan inumin natin. Why? Kapag hindi tama yung tubig, lalapot ang dugo mo. Remember, one of the factor, ang poor blood flow, ay tataas ang creatinine. So, more water, alkaline water, not acid water. Lemonade, yung mga lemon, okay, baka naman yan yung lemon na yan ay nasa hanggat maaari, yung natural source na. Huwag yung sa mga nasa supermarket. Because lahat yan mga meron ng preservatives. Watermelon, orange, grapes, bananas, whole wheat. Mga fruits and vegetables is good for the kidney. Okay? Ano yung mga bad para maiwasan? Iwasan natin yung mga bad para sa kidney, para maiwasan ang CKD. Of course, dapat less salt tayo para maiwasan yung kidney disease. And then processed meat. Okay. Pagkain ka ng kain palagi ng processed meat. Tocino, tapa, dilata, ano pa? Yung lahat ng processed meats. Yung mga, ano pa? Yung mga, ano pa bang processed meats? Tocino, dilata, longganisa, lahat ng mga nasa dilata na may mga preservatives, no? And then excess meat. Sobrang daming meat na kinakain. Okay? Okay lang naman sana kakain ka, pero wag sana yung araw-araw na lang din. Ay, may narinig ako dito dati. Actually, nagiging ano sila dito sa company. Ayaw na ayaw nila kumain ng gulay. Ayaw na ayaw nila kumain ng mga fruits kasi meat lang talaga sila. Meat eater sila kasi mayaman kapag meat ang ulam. Ganun ba yun? But kawawa naman. Okay? Ang milk, no? Milk ay hindi po ganun ka-good pagdating sa kidney. Okay? Cheese, salty food, carbonated drinks. So these are the source na nakakasira sa ating kidney, no? Lalo na yung milk natin ngayon, GMO. Kaya sabi ko nga dun sa mga may sakit dito, Dok, umiinom naman ako ng milk, bakit may osteoporosis pa din? Because ang ating milk ngayon ay hindi na yan healthy. GMO na kasi yan, mataas ang steroid, mataas ang mga hormones. Eh, paano ka gagaling? Diba? Inom ka na inom ng milk. Pero yung milk na yan, GMO naman. So, it's useless. Lalong na-aggravate yung sakit ng isang tao. Instead na osteoporosis lang, marami pang na-develop because of too much hormones, too much steroid na ini-inject doon sa nag-produce ng milk na to, doon sa mga baka. Okay, so kung gusto nating alagaan yung ating mga kidney, dahil hindi po ito biro, yung kidney failure, so ayusin natin diet. Kasi nga sabi doon sa nutrition, meron po siyang malaking role pagdating sa ating kidney conditions, no? So ingat-ingat tayo, 'wag nating sundin gaya ng sinasabi ko, paalala, yung ating mata at yung ating pang-amoy ay kailangan i-kontrol. Why? Kapag nakita ng mata ay ang ganda, ang sarap at naamoy mo pa, automatic magre-release ang brain, the hypothalamus, ng certain hormones and then mag-krok-krok-krok-krok na yung tiyan mo. Pag nag-krok-krok-krok-krok-krok na yan, maglalabas na yan ng laway, yung salivary glands. At naglalaway ka na. So kapag merong mga lugar na pupuntahan, pikit ka na lang at magmask ka na lang para maiwasan natin yung too much lamon. Okay? So, bakit? Bakit ko sinasabi ito? Hindi ho biro ang merong CKD. Again, kapag na-dialysis na isang tao, yan po ay hindi na marireverse. Okay? They are already considered as half dead. Okay? So, pag may encounter tayong mga pasyente, no, hindi natin sila sinasabihan na, oy, yun na po talaga ang totoo. Okay, yun na po ang totoo. So, lifestyle modifications, ang kailangan para maiwasan yung pagtaas ng creatinine na siya ang cause kung bakit nagkakaroon ng CKD, we need to be careful sa ating diet. Okay, number 1 talaga ang diet. Kahit sa cancer. So, nutritional therapy. So, gawin natin yung tamang intake ng nutrition. Protein restrictions. Okay? 0.6 to 0.8 gram per kilogram body weight per day. Diba? 20 grams, divide mo ng 4. Yun lang. 20 grams na karne, divide mo 4. Yun lang yung pwede mong kainin the whole day. And then water restrictions, intake depends on daily urine output. Ito yung sa may tamang BMI. Okay? So, nutritional therapy, ano pa? Sodium restrictions. Diets vary from 2 to 4 grams depending on degree of edema and hypertension. Kapag hypertensive, pag diabetic, di ba like ko sinasabi, may heart problem, laging LSLF, low salt, low fat diet. Why? Too much sodium can also contract muscles. Okay? And then kapag mataas ang sodium mo sa katawan, that could also aggravate in developing edema. Why? Ang sodium, meron pang nagsasabi, ay, nakakain ako ng maraming maalat kanina. Sasabihin ng mga kaibigan mo na wala ding alam, ay inuman mo lang yan ng maraming tubig. Di ba? Madalas naririnig niyo po ba yan? Ang dami kong nakain kanina maalat. Sasabihin ng ano mo, inuman mo lang yung maraming tubig, iihi mo yan. Nagkakamali po kayo. Why? Because sodium and water is mag-best friend. Okay. So, water flows, sodium follows. Okay? Mag-best friend ng sodium, ang salt at ang water. Kaya mali yung advice ng mga kaibigan nyo na kumain ka ng maalat, inuman mo lang ng maraming tubig para iihi. Hindi po yan iihi. Why? Because ang sodium ang nag-hold ng water. That's why too much sodium, kaya nga pag diabetic at kapag hypertensive, kailangan less sodium. Why? Kapag mataas ang sodium mo, lahat ng tubig na iniinom mo, hindi lalabas sa katawan mo, i-hold yan ng sodium. Yun yung trabaho ng sodium, i-hold niya yung water. Hindi yan ilalabas sa katawan, hindi mo yan ihi. Saan yan? Doon yan magdideposit sa mga tissues natin. That's why sa lower extremities, especially sa legs, nagkakaroon ng edema. It means edema, it is an indication that you have a high sodium intake. Again, huwag niyong sundin yung kain ka ng maalat, inuman mo maraming tubig, hindi po totoo yan. Baka later on, magkakaroon ka ng heart embolism because of too much water na na-hold ng sodium. Kaya nga, kailangan, pag uminom ka na tubig, make sure yung sodium ay hindi ganon kadami. Because water flows, sodium follows. Why? Na hinuhold ng sodium yung water, kaya hindi siya lalabas. Kaya pag too much sodium, ulitin ko, you are prone to edema. Why? Yung kidney mo, hindi niya kayang i-release yung water because of too much sodium. Sodium and salt should not be equated. Okay? Patients should be instructed to avoid high sodium foods. Kahit sabihin mo pang healthy salt yan, wala pong healthy salt. Again, kapag may sakit ka, especially heart, diabetes, and hypertension, wala pong tinatawag na healthy salt pagdating sa sakit na yan. Why? The sodium holds water. Kaya hindi po pwedeng uminom ka ng uminom na healthy salt. Di po totoo yun. It has minerals. Okay, ano lang bang minerals ng salt? Diba? Ano lang bang minerals makuha mo sa salt? Kasi may narinig po ako na nagpo-promote ng salt. Ano lang ba ang binasabi? Complete daw. Ano lang ba ang mga minerals na makukuha mo sa salt? Diba sodium? And sodium holds water. That is very. Kaya nga, mamaya na po yung matanong. Hindi ko sinabing i-restrict. Kaya nga, low salt, low fat. Why? We still need sodium, but make sure nasa normal level. Wala pong healthy salt pagdating sa hypertension, sa heart problem, at sa mga may kidney problem. Wala pong healthy salt na tinatawag. Kaya laging sinasabi sa nutrition namin, nutrition and dietetics, low salt. Kahit pumunta kayo sa ospital, anong diet? LSLF, low salt, low fat. Why? Too much sodium holds water. And then pag may water, magkakaroon ng sobrang daming water. So yung kidney natin, hindi na niya kayang i-excrete yung volume ng water na hinold ng salt sa katawan natin. That's why the patients prone to edema later on can develop embolism. Mamamatay yung pasyente. Be careful. Ulitin ko, wala pong healthy salt pagdating sa hypertension, diabetic, and kidney problem. Be careful. Wala po akong sinabi na tanggalin ng salt. Low salt. Okay, ulitin ko, low salt. Because we still need salt in the body. Pag walang salt, edi hindi rin walang mag-hold ng water. Kailangan ng water ang katawan natin. Pero dapat nasa tamang amount lang yung sodium para kaya niyang i-hold yung water. Okay? Alright. Patients should be instructed to avoid high sodium foods. Okay. Ay, hindi naman ako kumakain ng maalat. Di naman kami maalat magtimpla. Pero yung ulam namin, dilata, tosino, ay puro mga, yung mga na pagkain. High sodium foods, yung mga preservatives. Sobrang taas po ang salt niyan. Kaya nga yung, di ba, ang salt is ginagamit pang preserve ng mga karne before. Why? Too much salt. Ay hindi po kayang mag-withstand yung ibang microorganism, bacteria. Kaya ginagamit siyang pang preserve ng foods. So too much preservative foods, no? Sobrang taas po ng sodium yan. Lalo na yung mga dilata. Lalo na yung mga, kaya nga, hanggat maaari, itry natin kumain ng mga hindi ganitong uring pagkain. Too much mga, ano ba yan, mga nor. Ang taas ng sodium yan. Mga nor, di ba? Pinapakita yan sa TV. Pinapakita yan sa mga magic, ginisa. Sorry, hindi ko maano kasi wala po kaming ganyan sa bahay. Hindi ko mabanggit yung iba kasi wala po kaming ganun sa bahay. Ano pa ba? Lahat ng nasa supermarket, that foods are killing us. Ang dami pong mga preservatives. And that is very high sodium content na mga pagkain. Salt substitute should not be used because they contain potassium chloride. Alright. Maraming nagsasabi, ay meron akong healthy salt, may salt na meron kami imported pa. Ito based on my experience. May friend ako na nagsabi sa akin, ay may salt ako na galing sa ibang bansa. Substitute ito. Actually, sorry ha, because that is contained with potassium chloride. Alam niyo ba kung anong potassium chloride? Sino nakakaalam kung anong potassium chloride? Ang potassium chloride, siya po ang ginagamit sa lethal injection. Okay? May na lethal injection before. Yan po ang ginagamit. Kapag in-inject na yan sa isang pasyente, too much. Yan po yung ginagamit sa mercy killing. Okay, sa pasyente, potassium chloride. And salt substitute, yung sinasabi nilang healthy salt daw. You don't know sinong gumawa niyan. It may be contained with potassium chloride. And too much potassium chloride. Wait, nakalimutan ko yung amount of potassium chloride. Kaya nga dati pag nag-duty kami sa ospital, hindi po yan basta-bastang sinusupervise po yan ng mga galing. Why? Kapag na-inject po ng too much potassium chloride, pag too much potassium chloride ang naano sa tao, matindi po ang magkakaroon ka ng arrhythmia. Okay? Kapag na-injectan yung isang tao o too much intake of potassium chloride from the salt substitute, okay? From the salt substitute, hindi mo alam na meron palang potassium chloride component yan. And then too much intake of that can lead to arrhythmia. Kaya nga siya ginagamit pang mercy killing or pang lethal injection. Why? Pag na-inject yan sa'yo, magkakaroon ka ng arrhythmia until you die. Uncontrolled na yung heart mo because it contracts the heart ng too much. Okay, ang trabaho kasi ng potassium chloride is to contract the heart muscles. Muscles kasi yung ating heart. Pag nagko-contract yan, and then matindi po ang iyong arrhythmia, maya't maya niyan mamamatay na yung pasyente. Okay? So now, be careful po sa mga pinag-aano natin. Ang potassium chloride, importante yan sa mga taong sobrang mahina na po ang kanilang heartbeat. Like below na meron na silang dysrhythmia, below 60. Pag halimbawa 40 na lang heartbeat, ine-injectan po yan ng potassium chloride para mag-pump yung heart. Kahit umabot man lang sa normal heartbeat. 60 to 100 is the normal heartbeat. Noon, 60 to 80. But now, sa bagong theory, 60 to 100. But more than that, can lead to arrhythmia because of the salt substitute na merong potassium chloride. Alright. So, I hope may natutunan po kayo. Please, hindi po binawal ang salt. Okay, again, wala pong matatawag na healthy salt. Pare-pareho lang lahat. Sodium. Kahit ma-pink pa yan, ma-blue pa yan, ma-black pa yan. It's still, salt is sodium. Okay, sodium ang pinag-uusapan. Kahit ano pang kulay yan, kahit ano pang lasa yan, sodium po ang mineral na meron yan. Pag sinabi salt. So, ang paalala, less salt, less sodium. Okay, kaya please, be careful sa sodium intake. Delikado po. So, potassium restriction, 2 to 4 grams. Okay? Sa lahat ng may problem sa kidney, no? Kailangan ng potassium na intake ay 2 to 4 grams only. Kaya nga, 20 grams divided into 4 pa. High potassium food should be avoided. Okay, oranges. Kaya itong mga pagkain na to, pinagbabawal to sa mga may CKD because mataas ang potassium component. Hindi nga sinali dito ang hindi sinali ang avocado. Actually, avocado is the #1 high source of potassium, not the banana. Okay? Banana is second only, but the best #1 high source of potassium is avocado. Okay, high potassium foods, hindi to pwede sa mga may CKD, oranges, bananas, tomatoes, green vegetables because of too high potassium, hindi nila kaya. Okay, phosphate restrictions, 1,000 mg per day lang. Foods high in phosphate, dairy products, milk, cheese, and eggs. Hindi to pwede sobra-sobra. Most foods high in phosphate are also high in calcium. Right? So, metabolic causes of kidney disease. So, what are the metabolic causes? Of course, okay, bakit ba nagkaroon ng kidney disease? Of course, kanina ay yung ating topic is number 1, the high creatinine, the hypercalciuria, too much calcium, no? Too much uricosuriya, okay, too much hyperoxaluria, cystinuria, and renal tubular acidosis. All right. Bakit ko babanggitin sa inyo to? Because this is part, no, kung bakit can lead to CKD or kidney failures. Of course, yung too much calcium. Too much calcium is bad for the kidney. Okay? Calcium is absorbed from food in excess and is lost into the urine. This high level of calcium in the urine causes crystals of calcium oxalate. Okay. Again, calcium bind together with oxalate. Calcium oxalate is kidney stones. All right? Calcium bind together with the oxalate equals kidney stones. Okay, the high level of calcium in the urine causes kidney to elsewhere in the urinary tract. Okay? Causes crystals of calcium oxalate or calcium phosphate to form in the kidneys of elsewhere in the urinary tract. Okay. Bakit ko ituturo sa inyo? Because ang topic na to ay isa po sa cause kung bakit magkakaroon ng kidney failures or kidney disease. Ang careful tayo sa mga kinakain natin. Okay, kain tayo ng kain ng mga high in calcium. Okay, ano yung mga high in calcium? Ito yun. Yung gatas. Okay. Ano pa? Ay, sumobra na. Sorry. Okay. Ito yun. Ang marami pong mga source of high in calcium, no? Na pagkain. So, calcium bind together with oxalate equals crystals or kidney stones in the urinary tract. So, hyperuricosuriya, uric acid metabolism. Yung too much uric acid can develop gout. Isa po yun sa cause kung bakit nagkakaroon ng metabolic kidney diseases. Okay, meat, sobrang daming meat, puro lagi meat. Fish, may fish po na mataas ang component para mag-develop ng uric acid. Chicken are restricted due to breakdown products that produce uric acid crystals. Hyperoxaluria, body produces too much oxalate, a salt. When the urine contains more oxalate than can be dissolved, the crystals settle out and form stones. Tandaan niyo yan. Cystinuria, too much of the aminocysteine, which does not dissolve in the urine, is voided, leading to the formations of stones made of cysteine. Okay? Renal tubular acidosis, a condition in which the kidneys are unable to excrete normal amounts of acid. So these are the factors wherein a patient or a person develop kidney problem. Okay. So, dietary causes of renal stones. Okay, kasi ang renal stones, isa po siya sa cause. Naingay itong aking ano. Wait. Yung mga stones na yan, isa po yan sa factor o isa sa cause kung bakit nagkakaroon ng failure yung ating kidney. Okay. High and low. Okay, dehydration. Kapag hindi ka uminom ng tamang tubig, can lead to dehydration. Causes renal stones. Food rich in oxalate. Okay, kulang ka sa tubig. Mga pagkain mataas ang oxalate. Puro pagkain ng meat. Ang sodium mataas. Ang phosphate mataas. Yan, phosphate nakukuha yan sa mga iniinom. Milk tea. Too much carbonated drinks. Okay? Yung mga Coke, ano pa? Obesity. Ito sila ay isa sa factor kung bakit nagkakaroon ng development ang renal stones. At alam natin, kapag ang renal stones hindi natin na-address, can lead to kidney problem. Okay, low water intake, okay, calcium that recommended, okay, low magnesium, potassium than recommended, citrate or citric acid, vitamin C, okay, dietary fiber. So, kapag ganito po, high and low, hindi natin inayos yan, would develop renal stones.
And later on, pwedeng magkaroon ng kidney problem ang isang pasyente. Kaya kailangan natin ayusin ang diet talaga. So, ang sabi dito, number 2, foods rich in oxalate. Ano ba yung mga foods na mataas ang oxalate? And dapat iwasan natin because it is one of the factor that can lead to kidney problem. So, insoluble calcium oxalate crystals. Okay. Less than 50 milligram of oxalate per day in the diet. Okay. Dapat daw, less than 50 milligram lang ang ating mga ma-intake na pagkain na to na mataas ang oxalate. Like for example, almonds. Alam natin, almonds maganda. O, kain tayo almonds kasi healthy yan. But, ang recommended is only 50 milligram because it is high oxalate component. Okay. Amla, amaranth, beets, blackberries, chocolate, cocoa, chocolate drinks, mixes, cashew nuts, okra. Okra, nilalaga pa daw ng iba. Iniinom pa yung sabaw. Okay? Grapefruit, gooseberries. These are foods high in oxalate. Peanuts, falsa, rhubarb, soy products, tofu, spinach, strawberries, Swiss chard, tea, wheat bran, raspberries. So, itong mga pagkain na to ay mataas ang oxalate. And also, meron pang, lalo na yung gabi. Okay. Ang taas ng oxalate ng gabi, ng laing. That's why when we were in Bicol, nagtataka ako bakit ganun. Parang halos karamihan, merong mga crystals ang kidneys. And then I found out, ay kaya pala. Sabi ko, bakit lahat ng mga taga Bicol ay halos ang dami-dami pong crystals ang mga kidneys? And then I found out, kasi sa isang lugar, sometimes pare-pareho ang sakit. Naalala ko, kaya pala, kasi mahilig sila sa laing. Hindi po pinagbabawal ito. Ulitin ko, hindi po pinagbabawal itong pagkain na to. But, meron lang pong tamang recommended amount. 50 milligram only. 50 milligram. Kaya ano ba yung oxalate? Alam nyo, yung oxalate na yan, it is a defense, no? It is a chemical component of a plant, no? Iyan yung kanilang defense mechanism nila. Di ba, kung tayo may pang-defense tayo, okay? Yung ating white blood cell, sila rin meron din pang-depensa. Yung tinatawag na oxalate, it is a chemical from the plants, okay? Para hindi sila basta-basta atakihin ng mga insects. And that is what we call the oxalate. Okay? Lahat ng plant na mataas ang oxalate, hindi ho yan basta-basta inaatake ng mga insekto. Because, pwedeng malason yung mga insekto. Because oxalate is harmful. Pero ang ginagawa natin, matindi po ang ating pagkain nila. Kasi hindi natin alam. And tandaan natin, causes of renal stones, foods rich in oxalate. Okay. So, water. Okay, water is best. Tandaan nyo yan. Sundin nyo yung tamang formula ng water according to our BMI para maiwasan ang pagtaas ng creatinine at ang pagdevelop ng kidney stones that might lead to kidney failure. So, any disease or condition that causes a fall in the glomerular filtration rate. Okay, mataas ang creatinine, mataas ang BUN, mataas ang calcium, mataas ang oxalate, okay? Ano ba ang nasisira? The GFR, the glomerular filtration rate, a disease or condition that causes a fall in the glomerular filtration rate. Pag hindi natin ayusin yung ating intake ng ating mga pagkain, ang nagsasuffer is the glomerulus ng ating kidney. Okay, will increase plasma creatinine levels. Pag na-damage na ang ating glomerulus, ating kidney, diyan na tumataas ang creatinine, ang BUN, at kung ano-ano pang tataas. Blood levels rise more slowly than do urea levels. In renal disease, with slight increases occurring when there is moderate renal damage. So, ayusin ang food intake, okay? Kung ano yung sinabi ko kanina, hanggat mari, iwasan natin. Why? Ingatan natin yung ating glomerulus, yung ating GFR, glomerulus. Okay. So, ito yung staging. Kapag hindi natin ayusin yung food intake natin, okay, mataas lagi salt, mataas potassium, mataas calcium, mataas ang meat, at yun yung mga factors na nakakapagtaas ng creatinine levels. Pag hindi natin ayusin yun, it might lead to chronic kidney disease. Of course, kidney damage, ito yung tinatawag na GFR. Pag sinabing GFR, ito yung binanggit ko kanina, hindi porket tumaas ang creatinine mo ay i-dialysis ka na. Okay? May mga factors po akong binanggit kanina kung bakit tumaas yung creatinine levels. Ngayon, ang nangyayari, pag kinuhanan ka ng creatinine, sobrang taas. Okay, kailangan mo ng i-dialysis. Dapat, you should know first the GFR. Ito ang indication, GFR, yung glomerulus. Ito ang indication na ang kidney mo, both kidneys mo, ay working pa ba or hindi. Hindi porke tumaas ang creatinine, tumaas ang BUN, tumaas ang kung ano-ano pang yung blood urea nitrogen, ay diretso ka na i-dialysis. You should know first the glomerulus, the GFR. Ito yung tinatawag, glomerular filtration rate. Dahil dito, ito yung pinaka-indication that the kidney is not working if the result is less than 15. Pag ang GFR result mo ay less than 15, it means both kidneys are not working anymore. Hindi na niya malilinis yung blood na dumadaloy sa kanya. That's why you will undergo dialysis. Intindihan niyo po ako? Hindi porket tumaas ang creatinine, ang BUN, ay diretso ka na i-dialysis. Alamin niyo muna ang GFR rate. Ano bang rate ng GFR mo? Baka ay nasa 30 lang yan, nasa 15 to 29. Okay? Kung tutusin 15 to 29, hindi ka pa dapat i-dialysis. Why? Nagagawa pa niyang mag-filter. Nagagawa pa niyang malinisin yung dugo mo. Ida-dialysis ka lang kung ang result ng GFR mo ay less than 15. Okay? Dapat sa mga mayroong ganitong cases, ang taas ng BUN, ang taas ng CREA. Now, there are some cases, nagkaroon ng sobrang taas ng creatinine, kaya napapansin nyo yung iba, bakit merong temporary dialysis? Ang temporary dialysis, dito yan sa leeg, jugular, dito yan sa jugular nerve, bubutasin yan. That is temporary dialysis. Why? Because of too much creatinine, mataas ang creatinine, mataas ang BUN. Bakit ginawa yon? Because they know na kondisyon ng kidney nila ay working pa. Kailangan lang nilang i-dialysis para mag-normalize yung creatinine level at yung kanilang BUN. Pero, pwede yang matigil. That is temporary. Kaya nga, jugular. Pwede yang itigil because nag-normal ang creatinine, nag-normal ang BUN. So, ang nakita nila, ang kanilang GFR ay baka nasa 30 pa lang. Ay nasa 30 pa. So, it means working pa ang both kidneys. Tinulungan lang nung temporary dialysis dito sa leeg. This is jugular nerve, binutasan, para malinis, matanggal yung too much high creatinine, high BUN. That is temporary. Kapag nag-normal na, i-stop na yan. Okay? Because yung kidney ay makakapagtrabaho pa. Pero yung iba, kawawa. Hindi nila alam kasi ang GFR. Kaya tumaas ang kidney, tumaas ang creatinine, tumaas ang BUN, nagpa-dialysis na. Sayang, hindi mo inalaman GFR. Working pa pala, 80 to 89 pa pala, 60 to 89. Pero nagpa-dialysis ka na. Why? Dahil sa takot mo. Hindi mo alam kung anong GFR. Ito yung indication na normal na nag-work pa ang kidney mo or hindi. Okay, kapag ang GFR, tandaan nyo, less than 15 ang result, it means you need to undergo dialysis. Okay? So, ito dapat ang tandaan natin. So, kidney disease diagnosis. So, these are the diagnosis kung bakit para malaman na may kidney problem. Of course, number 1, creatinine level, the BUN, okay? Yung glucose, okay? High blood sugar levels, okay? Damaged blood vessels in the kidney. That's why some of the diabetic patients, pag hindi yan ma-manage, hypertensive at saka diabetic, Kapag hindi yan ma-manage, na-damage po ang blood vessels in the kidney, especially in the glomerulus. Okay, that's why unmanaged na diabetic and hypertension can lead to dialysis because na-damage ang blood vessels. Okay, blood test measures levels of waste product, electrolytes in your blood should be removed by your kidneys. A blood test for parathyroid hormone, the PTH, okay, which helps control calcium and phosphorus levels. Importante po itong thyroid natin. Urinalysis, of course, these are the diagnosis. Then, imaging tests like ultrasound or CT scan if there is a presence of kidney stones or abnormalities. So, how do I reduce my creatinine level? Staying hydrated. Okay, uminom ng tamang tubig according to BMI at hindi acidic water. Dapat alkaline. Okay. Taking dietary measures, yung sinabi kong pagkain, low salt, low fat, low meat. Okay, 20 grams of meat, divide into 4. And using supplements can help reduce creatinine levels in the body. Creatinine is a natural waste product that muscles create. Sabi ko sa inyo, ang creatinine ay nanggagaling sa chemical creatine. Okay, protein creatine sa ating muscles. The kidneys remove it from the body and it is present in the blood and urine. So kung mapapansin nyo, grabe po ang trabaho ng blood. Pero again, lagi nating kinalimutan ang blood. Huli ang blood nating nirescue. This time, tinuruan ko po kayo, bigyan natin ng halaga ang dugo. Because kapag ang dugo hindi natin in-address, una, useless yung ating mga gagawin pang ibang management. Okay, how to decrease the level of creatinine in the body? Ito yung mga pagkain. Okay, dose. Diet plan, medications, good sleep, and then the functional food, which is the red pine. Why? Again, kung tutusin, we don't need to eat too much meat. Why? The liver, the pancreas, the kidney can produce enough creatine, 1 to 2 grams creatine in order to produce energy reservoir, yung creatine natin, because of the 3 amino acids. Okay? Yun ang magagawa ng red pine pagdating sa creatinine because hindi ka kailangan mag-excess ng kain ng mga high creatine foods because the liver can produce 1 to 2 grams due to the amino acids, yung 3. Okay? At meron si red pine ng amino acids na yun. Enough doon sa normal na system para mag-produce sila nun. Di natin kailangan kumain ng sobrang dami. Meron na si red pine. Okay? Do not overuse NSAIDs. Ulitin ko, yung mga non-steroidal inflammatory disease na mga gamot. Caution with diuretics, yung mga pampaihi. Okay? Mga diuretics na mga gamot. That is very harmful sa ating kidney. Akala, ay, pinainom ako pampaihi, diuretic, furosemide. So, that is very harmful to our kidney. Avoid smoking, avoid alcohol consumptions. So, red pine needle oil is high in chlorophyll. Okay? The historical use of red pine needle oil exists within Korean, Japanese, Chinese medicine where it was used as antiseptic and diuretic, helping to treat kidney and bladder issues. Ito po yung component ng ating red pine at serves as diuretic, normal diuretic. So, ito yung arginine. Ito yung component na amino acids wherein the liver, the kidney, the pancreas can produce enough creatine, 1 to 2 grams, because of these 3 amino acids. So, hindi na natin kailangan kumain maraming karne. Okay? So, hindi na natin kailangan uminom ng mga whey protein. Sige, para lang lumaki mga muscles at tumibay. No need na. We have these amino acids. At pag na-detecto na ating liver, ng ating kidney, ng ating pancreas, automatic magpuproduce siya ng 1 to 2 grams. Enough para gamitin energy reservoir, yung creatine. No need na ng kung ano-ano. Why? Kapag too much, can lead to creatinine. It is a waste product of too much creatine chemical. So, ano naman ang magagawa ng ating red pine pagdating sa mga development ng kidney stones, high oxalate na na-intake natin, high calcium, high phosphate. Okay? So, these are the component, no? Sa kidney stones and creatinine. These are the components. Itong may yellow, ito ay mga hinighlight ko. These are the clinical study with regards to kidney stones and creatinine. So, ito yung mga component na meron ang ating red pine na kaya niyang ma-address yung ganitong klaseng uri ng health issues. At nang dahil dyan, tayo po ay tapos na. Maraming salamat.